True, healthy self-love is something that is very, very rare. They don't teach it to you in school. They don't teach it to you in the vast majority of these religions. In fact, oftentimes, they teach you to be more self-critical. Today's society has a large amount of self-hate. It has a large amount of low self-esteem. And on the flip side of that coin, it has a large amount of arrogance. But true, healthy self-love is something that you don't really hear about all that often. But if you can learn it, it really can change everything. So what really is self-love? Now, this is something that goes beyond just surface level self-care, being nice to yourself. That's definitely important. But this is something that's much, much deeper. True self-love is an inner relationship with yourself at the deepest level of your being. It's a relationship built on the foundation of respect, compassion, care, and empathy. And like external love, self-love is a choice that must be made. It's a choice to treat yourself with kindness, a choice to always see the best in yourself, a choice to give yourself patience, understanding, and compassion when you make mistakes, while giving yourself praise when you do things right. It's a choice to have awareness of your flaws, but not magnify them. Rather, understand them and know how to work around them. True self-love requires a combination of mindset, as in how you think about yourself, and behavior, as in how you treat yourself and carry yourself. So again, this level of true self-love is deep. This is something that truly governs the way you move through life. This is why when you learn this level of self-love, it really does change everything. So let's get into some of those changes. The first big change is that the more you love yourself, the more you recognize your true worth. And of course, as within, so without, the world around you begins to reflect that level of your true worth. On a subconscious level, you're naturally going to be more aware of the circumstances, the opportunities, the friendships, the relationships that are worthy according to your true worth. The more you love yourself, the more you stop normalizing less than you deserve. Without self-love, you place things and you place people on pedestals because deep down, you feel that they are worth more. Once you have self-love, your baseline expectation rises. And so now you begin to operate according to your true value, a higher value that was always yours, but you needed to recognize it. You needed to claim it. And that comes through self-love. The second big change that comes through self-love is that you become BS proof. To the degree that you love yourself mirrors the degree of BS that you will be willing to tolerate. When you have that healthy self-love, you have no time for it anymore. You no longer put up with people or circumstances that drain your energy vampires. Now you get to reclaim that energy back. Without self-love, you notice toxicity late, you rationalize red flags, you give too many chances. And because we live in a society that, again, has so much self-hate and so much self-criticism, oftentimes people will unknowingly use external circumstances as a way to punish themselves because that's what they feel that they deserve. But once you have self-love, you know you deserve better. And that BS proofing is not just for the outside world, it's also for the inside. You no longer put up with BS from yourself. You will no longer accept self-sabotaging behaviors from yourself. Without self-love, you get into procrastination loops. You accept less because you get comfortable with it. You get into negative self-talk patterns. But with self-love, now you can catch your negative patterns before they ruin things. With self-love, your inner critic becomes something that works for you rather than against you. So you can learn to fail forward rather than fail down. With self-love, ultimately, you hold yourself to a much higher internal standard. Now, the third change that comes through true, healthy self-love, it's a very, very important one. It's that you begin to show up as your best and truest self unapologetically. You no longer feel the need to wear these masks. You no longer feel the need to seek external approval. And since you're no longer seeking external approval, people can no longer manipulate you through conditional love. Now, the other big bonus is that now you'll be ready to step into these opportunities that require you to be your truest, most authentic self. Because some doors only open when you stop pretending to be someone else. So before I wrap this thing up, let's just go over a few ways that you can naturally begin to build healthy self-love. The first thing is very simple, but also incredibly powerful. Every morning, first thing when you wake up, look in the mirror. Look into your own eyes. Tell yourself, I love you. When you do this, you want to take your time with it. Don't just say it in passing to get it over with. Really give yourself this time. Give yourself those few moments to really look at yourself and say with honesty, with your heart, I love you. Now, if you've gotten consumed by the self-hate of this world, the first few times that you say it, it might feel a little bit off. But the more you do it, the more natural it will feel. Again, it sounds simple, but do it for a week. See what happens. The next thing you can do to naturally build self-love is do your shadow work. I made a few videos before about shadow work. This is a very, very powerful practice of getting to know yourself. And most importantly, it helps you to remove any false beliefs that lead to you being more self-critical, that lead to negative thinking patterns about yourself that naturally make it harder to gain healthy self-love. So shadow work is very, very, very important. I would highly recommend it. Now, the next thing is also very simple, but very, very powerful. Notice everything that you do throughout your day. Anytime you do something good, anytime you do something right, anytime you accomplish something, take the time to celebrate yourself. Oftentimes as adults, especially, we don't really notice all the things that we do right. We get called out on the things that we do wrong, but hardly ever do people tell us, I'm proud of you. So you now have to do that for yourself, but you have to consciously take the time to do it. You have to consciously take the time to notice these things that you do right every day. So hopefully this video has reminded you of just how powerful healthy self-love is. It's something that we really need more of in today's society. But I want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Please get subscribed, like the video, stay tuned for the next one, and I will catch you then.